What is up, guys? This is Brian's Projects, and today we're going to be working on my 06 project or Honda 400. Today we're going to be working on my 2006 Honda Rancher 400 FA, and here it is along with my other projects. I'll give you a little rundown, but story behind this, I got it like a couple months ago, and it's been sitting because I couldn't figure out what it was with it, and it's been sitting down there in the shop, and so yeah, I got it for like $600, $700. It runs and starts up. It'll idle, it'll run, but it will not drive. And these are my crush locks, so it didn't come with them. I had an old four-wheeler that I sold, and we got the stand up here too as well, so I'll be working more on that soon. But I had an old four-wheeler and I switched over the wheels. It has 2-inch spacers on it. I need to adjust the wheels because there's no hub-centric spacers, so it's just on there. And so the story is, this guy had it. He said his son was riding it one day, and it just stopped. Never sunk or anything like that. He said it just stopped. And on the dash, there's a computer codes. As you can see, it blinks. Now, I haven't seen very many videos about it when I was doing my research, and for what most people said, it has something to do with this little guy. So this is the angle shift sensor that goes bad a lot, so I replaced it. And here's what the old one looked like when I pulled it off. It was broken and just it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. So I replaced it. I put it on, and there's a specific way you put it on. Let me turn this off. It goes right here. Yes, I know I'm missing a bolt, so I had to make do. It goes right here, and you plug this in, and what you do is the connector. You put it on, and you have it pointing straight up, and then turn it to load it, to spring load it. And I tried that, and I was like, man, why isn't it working? And I figured it out. And I'll get my part. It just came in the mail. I was like, what is that? What is wrong with it? And I couldn't figure it out. So what we're gonna do, don't know if that's a good angle or not, but oh well. And I kept researching. I was like, man, something's missing. This little guy. This is the angle sensor shaft, and this is what goes inside. This is what goes inside that little port and spins it. So this is what's gonna go in here and load it, and so on. So yeah, and I couldn't figure this out for a while, and then until just recently I brought it up, because I have it listed for sale on Marketplace, and this should just like pop in there. Yep, just like that, and that pops in there just like that, and then you get that and push it in and then turn it, and that's what we're gonna do. And there's a whole specific process you do this to as well. So I'm gonna show you. There's like an initial starting procedure, it said, and I'll go through it with you guys and show how to do it. So I'm gonna get this all pulled out and stuff, and all that. But yeah, get the jet ski out of the way. But let's get moved out of the way. Got the jet ski back over there, and then we got the four-wheeler out. So now we can actually get to diagnosing this thing. So my friend gave me these seals. It's for the brake drum seals, so I don't think it's for my four-wheeler because he had a 420 2012. It's an 06. But just going through this thing, definitely needs a wash. It was pretty dirty whenever I did get it the first time, but I let it sit. Obviously didn't make it any better. I am missing a few plastics, like the side, the like trim cover for this side, and then the two plastics on the side, and some of the little trim pieces like this and stuff. But everything mechanically is sound except for not being able to drive. But over here we got the part, so let's go ahead and install that. For our first step, you get so there's a plate, this plate, and then your sensor. So you just want to go ahead and install your sensor to the plate and detach the plate from the actual bike, and then and then what we want to do is then put that shaft in. So hold on real quick, let's just put you right there. And then it said to, well, let's unscrew our bolts real quick. Probably clean these thread holes and stuff. Nope, just drop that. Luckily, it's an easy access, so we don't have to go climbing through. So, yep, I just have this coarse thread bolt I found for it, but we also need to install our ESP motor again too. Don't know if that actually works. I'm gonna guess it does. It spins. But we probably will need to end up replacing that. So I'm gonna get some WD-40 real quick. So got a little brush here. Just gonna clean out this threads. I know it's not the right tool, but oh well. And then what we're gonna do is put these bolts aside, and then we're gonna get our part. Remember, angle up, then hold it, now you should feel like springy tension on the back, like it wanting to fold back. God, I hope I didn't cross thread this. Is not wanting to go any easy. I don't think I did. Well, that's someone actually is wanting to trade this bike for a 2001 Honda CRF 250. Alright, so we got the part on. Just need to tighten it up, and then we can go on there and see what's up with it. So I need a 10 mil, then a little 1/4 inch ratchet. And then we can tighten this up and then see what we got. Let's just put it down and see what we have. Is that a good view? Wow. Well, the camera fell, but I got it all tight. It's on there. Okay, so next step, let's go on, let's connect the ESP. So to connect the ESP, it's just right here on top of the motor. I already cleaned out the threads and all of that. So let's just take these bolts out and slide it on in here. Now, like I said before, don't know how good this motor is, or that motor up there. Not this one's fine. This one's fine, but that one up there, I don't know. So we're gonna find out, because I can spin it and I can hear crunchy noises. Maybe I can't even spin it. Anyways, it could have locked up just now. Yeah, there we go. But oh well. So don't know how you're supposed to route this. It's something probably like go behind here and feed it through here. So let's try and figure that out. Well, digging farther in, trying to get this ESP in. Of course, like, why would it be perfect? Why would everything go smoothly? I don't think it's supposed to be hanging out like that. We got the wrong ESP in there. Previous owners had the wrong ESP. Don't know what it probably could be for a 350 or something, but this shaft is too long to go all the way in, and yeah. So we need a ESP motor, which I just ordered over there. But angle sensor isn't fine. Haven't done the setup procedure, but everything's looking good. Starts up. Yeah, just gonna be waiting on that, and yeah. Okay. So it's been a couple days now. It's been a couple days since we've had this four-wheeler. Well, it's been a couple days, and then this part finally came in. We got a new ECM, and when I installed it, we got our neutral. So that's one step farther to completing this. We just have to do the procedure now to like set it up and all that. But all you're gonna need is just like jack stands, from what I've heard, a couple jack stands and a jack to raise it up, or you can just completely just like move it forward and stuff. And you might be wondering why we're in a new setting. Well, we got kicked out of our shop because my grandpa had to do a couple repairs on his vehicle, on his truck, so we're just gonna do it in here. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is have it idle for about 30 seconds, it says. So we don't have no gas. I need to clean out that little gas gauge there, but we don't have no gas, but we got some right here. So let's just fill this up real quick.
I don't know how to do this. Oh yeah.
Probably just be enough. Yep, fuel gauge is going up. That's good. So let's pop this cap back off. And when I get this running, I need to make sure. Oh, that ain't good. Just nature's Loctite. But anyways, when I get this running, I don't know how sealed this snorkel is. When I had it running, well, it is running, but when I was running it, I put my hand over this. It seemed like it wanted to stall out, but I am gonna make sure that it does look like it's sealed. So I'm just gonna double check. But anyways, so it says to let it idle for 30 seconds. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna say it's about idled for 30 seconds. It says to ride forward, put it in drive, and ride forward about 5 feet. So let's try that. What do I do? Okay. We're actually just gonna take my phone over here. Okay, so something's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says it's going into motor lock. I'll be right back. Alright, so I think I got it. I'm pretty sure we're doing everything correctly. Just following the Honda-matic instructions. So it's saying to turn on the ignition switch while holding on to your ESP switch shift buttons, and then wait until your neutral blinks at the gear position, and then immediately release both the up and down shift switches, then push and release the switches in order of up, down, up. Do not hold on to the switch. So I'm gonna try something. Hold. Okay, so we got it. We just had to restart the whole thing. Well, storage ran out, so as I was saying before it cut out, we got it. We just had to swap, restart the whole situation. But anyways, moving on, we had to do the switch and all that. We heard some motor functions and all that, but it's showing in now. So let's see now. When the throttle setting is complete, indication of the indicator changes from the constant 2 ticks to constant display of N. Raise the vehicle off the ground, support it with jack stand. Make sure all wheels are completely off the ground. Okay. Make sure that the gear shift lever is in neutral. Or neutral. Then the mode select switch is ESP. To the 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Select switch is 2-wheel drive. We're in 2-wheel drive. Just make sure. Then turn the ignition switch off. Turn the ignition switch on while pushing the up-down buttons switches. Set that N blinks at the gear indicator. Immediately release both the up-down shift switches, then push the shift switches in the order up, up, down, down. Check that the N and 2 tick marks blink alternately at the same gear position indicator. Start the engine and move the gear shift to the drive position. Alright, so we have to turn the ignition back on while holding the buttons again, and then check that the N blinks at the gear position, so make sure the N blinks, and then immediately release the shift buttons, and then go up, up, down, down. And then the N should simultaneously blink, like alternately, like Alright, so let's try that. It does not appear to be blinking. Repeat process from step 13. Okay. Auto, 2-wheel drive, select switch thing. Alright. I am just going to do this until I get it, and I'll walk you guys through the steps. Okay, so we did it. So my mistake was I didn't put it in ESP that final time, but I got it. So you were supposed to have an ESP 2-wheel drive, get the rear wheels jacked up, and then hold these, turn the ignition key on, and then let go, and then go up, up, down, down, and then you should have like the neutral, and then neutral, and then 2 tick marks, just like blinking alternatively, like 1, 1, 1, 1. So just like that. And then after that, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then until you hit 5th gear, and then the number 5, and then the 2 tick marks will be blinking like ding, 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 you know. And then you have to get it up to 20 to 22 miles an hour on the dash, and then after it's done, it'll just change to a solid 5, and it won't blink anymore. It'll just be 5, and then you're done. So, and then it wanted you to take the wheels off. I didn't do that. I just put it on the jack, and just left the wheels on. But I really should have took the wheels off, because I'm probably gonna have to anyways, because these spacers, they don't have like a those lugs, they don't have like a nipple at the end, so they're just like off centered, and I was getting some wobbling, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Can't really tell, but I noticed it was there. But yep, you're all done. Should be all good to go. Yep, neutral, ESP. I gotta do an oil change, but yeah, that's it. I will post some videos of this riding, and do like some trail riding vids and all that. I'm gonna get some plastics, like some trim pieces, the plastics, and you know, just stuff like that. But in all, I just wanted to show a video about this because there's not too many videos like it. So if you ever get code 6 or code 6 or 5, or I think it is, check your ESP motor, your angle shift sensor, or your throttle position sensor. But yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more projects, and I will see you guys later.